Hey, this is Dallas Smith, and this is my interview for Gibson.com.
We're here on CCMA Day in Hamilton, 2011. Hey, Dallas, how are you?
Doing great yourself?
Pretty good.
Yep.
So, CCMAs, here in the country world, just about to release a country record.
Yep.
How's it feeling? What's your experience been like so far?
It's first time at CCMAs. We've done the Junos and stuff, but yeah, I was a little tentative about coming here, not knowing anybody, but it reminds you of how small the music industry is in Canada. A lot of label people that I've worked with before, a lot of radio people. It's a lot of familiar faces. It's been great.
And, okay, so obviously coming from, a band, that in a different genre, rock, genre, and coming to the country genre, did you find like any difference with the artists or,
I think everybody's kind of on the same team, a little more in this genre. I've noticed a little less attitude, a little less competitiveness between them. And that's the biggest difference. I haven't met somebody I haven't liked yet, so it's been great.
Now, how did it come about to a country record?
Well, I kind of grew up listening to country just through my mom. When she was vacuuming, she'd throw on anything from Reba McEntire to she's like Brooks and Dunn and Garth Brooks and all that stuff. So I kind of had that influence going on growing up. But being a young guy, I was always into the rock and stuff and my dad's influences. But when I started doing records with Default, it was always kind of talked about between me and Joey Moy. The guy produced this record for me and talked about it for like the last 8 years of doing a country record and wanting to do one together. It's kind of always told by management that now wasn't the time, we'll get there eventually. And we were on tour with 3 Days Grace across Canada and just wasn't having a lot of fun. The tour was great, but just wasn't having a lot of fun with what I was doing. And I just, one day in the back of the bus, just being in a really bad mood, just texted him a country record, ? And he texted me back, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah." And we started going down to Nashville doing some writing trips. And this is about 2 years ago, a little under 2 years ago. Had just a ton of support from everybody, management and yourself, and labels and everything. So it's been a fun transition, and I'm glad to be doing this finally.
And how's it been like learning differently? Because I mean, in the country world, songwriting, for instance, they go to school in Nashville to write songs. It's like they get up at 9, they write songs. I mean, a whole different process, writing. And how did you find that? Like from writing in a band, like Default,
Yep.
to then going and opening yourself up to writing with all these different people,
Yep.
and that whole experience.
Well, yeah, my first impression of Nashville was just the work ethic is second to none as far as what they do it at. It's their job. They do it. Like you said, they get up and that's what they do every day. Just the bar is set so high up, down there. It's different from what I've experienced with writing with different people everywhere else. But down there, the bar is set pretty high. So kind of sit back and it's a great learning experience. Just the guys that you're writing with, just their guitar playing abilities, and just the bar that's set for lyrics and storytelling is so much higher down there.
Artists like, Kid Rock, John Bon Jovi, Darius Rucker. I mean, all coming from a pop rock sort of, went down this road as well. So it's not that much of a difference to do it. I mean, and also you've kept, for the Default fan, hearing what I've heard from songs, it's not, I lost my horse and, those things. You kept that edge of, the rock and country. Was that specific that you wanted to do that, or?
Well, I mean, I never wanted this to seem like I was trying too hard. I just want to fit in where I think I can fit in, and the stuff that I did with Default, I don't think it really wasn't quirky stuff. It was really classic rock based. It was really that basic structure of song. I think it's an easy transition for me. I think where. Yeah, I'm not going to be too country because that's just not me. I've got that influence in me, and I'm going to put it in where I'm comfortable being. And so I had to watch with a few things with lyrics, and I can't relate to what some things are being said and stuff. So I've watched that, and I've only been singing stuff that I'm comfortable with and can relate to as far as the country songs. So.
And I mean, working with Joey Moy, I mean, there's somebody that's actually his career's been starting to really take off in the country world.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just got. He came into Nashville. My first trip down to Nashville, his first trip down to Nashville, to writing down there. And like I said, the doors were wide open for both of us to write with some great people. And yeah, Joey, the first thing he produces goes to #1 in the U.S. It's Jake Owen, Barefoot Blue Jean Night, which is completely unheard of, and he did it on a minuscule budget too. So yeah, I mean, Joey's a very, very talented guy. He actually brought our first demo tape, Default's first demo tape, to Chad, and we've always worked with Joey. He produced a lot of the songs from the first record. I mean, my mom, even from day one, was like, "That guy's got a great ear," and he does. He's just always had that.
Well, and like the country world, that is a very family world. I mean, for years, I mean, you know, with Joey,
Yep.
you know, with Chad Krieger, with Nickelback,
Yep.
I mean, with Default, it's like country where it has been a family that supports each other. I mean, which
Absolutely.
I don't think a lot of people really do, you know, think about or realize that the support system there. So, I mean, having that must be a really good feeling of backing.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. And it's been a really comfortable transition for me as well, because just I'm using the same management. I'm using essentially the same booking agent. Everything is just back to Universal. I know a lot of people that are on the Universal label there still, and it's been great. It's been really as easy as it could be. It's a lot easier than what I assumed it was going to be.
So the first single,
It's up in the air. We were thinking Shotgun, but now after playing a couple of the showcases this weekend, there's another song, What Kind of Love. There's really, everybody's kind of really gravitated towards that one collectively, which is nice. Nice to hear, because actually Joey and myself wrote that one with Zach Malloy. So for them to, you know, accept one of the country songs that I co-wrote as maybe a first single is you know, it's a nice little, you know, confidence booster, and yeah.
and so we'll probably see the record in 2012.
Yeah, we're hoping to go to radio ASAP here. Middle of October to sort of beginning of November is kind of what we're aiming for. So we want to get on radio before everybody goes on vacation for Christmas holidays and locks down, you know.
Well, this country also has the format with radio. You do 1, 2, 3 singles sometimes, and then you know the album gets released.
Yeah.
It's like building it up.
I think it's easier that way with iTunes now too as well, because you can actually just buy the single and,
Okay.
and buy the album later when it comes out.
And so I bet you we'll probably see you on tour in 2012.
Yes. Yep.
And that's going to be interesting, because now it's going to be a whole new world for you without the familiarity of the band you played with for over 10 years.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a little nerve-wracking as well. And I know that with the band, I was able to kind of hide, you know, be a band and be one collective entity. But with country, what I want to do as far as the live show is just, you know, every night throw a party and be a little bit more in the forefront and be a little more interactive with the crowd and stuff than I have been in the past, which kind of just hiding behind that sort of exciting.
All right, so we're going to look forward to this, and I know we're going to get to sit down with you again when we see you again, either in Vancouver or somewhere on the road.
Whenever we cross paths, yeah.
Exactly. And we'll probably be seeing you picking up a little more guitar too there.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm going to be playing with the band Default. I've played a couple songs electric, a couple songs acoustic, just where it's needed and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a lot more of me playing guitar and having fun with that. I'm excited about that too.
That 335 is going to be coming out a lot more.
It's going to be on me quite a bit. Yeah.
So we're looking for 335 and Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina.